10 Most Common New Parent Worries. Parents everywhere can testify to the fact that becoming a parent can be equally thrilling and terrifying, a combination of excitement and joy on the one hand and fear and frustration on the other. In a matter of days, everything you thought you knew about parenting is tossed aside and you find yourself without answers. Why can't I soothe my crying baby? Why won't he latch on? When will he learn to roll over? Is his poop supposed to be green? The fact is, even second-time parents sometimes find themselves overly concerned about the growth and development of their baby. Being a parent is one of the most rewarding jobs, but it can also be one of the most difficult. Many new parents worry that they don't know what to do. But don't worry, you too can become a parenting pro. There are practical ways to deal with the challenges of being a new parent so you can enjoy your baby more. It is normal to feel worried or anxious when you are caring for a new baby. Here are some common worries, with tips on how to manage them. 1. Worried the baby will die while they're asleep. When babies begin to sleep for longer periods of time at night, parents are apt to wake up in a panic. Is she still breathing? Fortunately, the incidence of sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, has declined dramatically in the last 20 years. SIDS is very rare, although, of course, it does occur. To minimize the risk, place your baby on their back to sleep, do not smoke, make sure their head is uncovered and do not let them get too hot. The safest place for them to sleep is in a cot in a room with you for the first 6 to 12 months. Other SIDS prevention recommendations include paying attention to where she sleeps and keeping her sleep space free of items that can lead to suffocation. 2. Worried you do not love your baby. It is common both for mothers and fathers to feel they have not bonded properly with their baby. It can take days, weeks or months until you feel close with your baby. You will likely feel a mix of emotions. If you feel very low and disconnected from your baby for a long period of time, talk to a health professional. 3. Worried you will harm the fontanelle. Babies have soft spots on their heads called the fontanelle. The fontanelle is tougher than you think. While you should always take care of your baby's head, you can't hurt them by touching or stroking the fontanelle. 4. Worried the baby is not normal. Parents often compare their baby's development with that of other babies. But children develop at their own pace and they reach milestones at different times. About 10 to 15% of children experience a developmental delay of some sort before they are aged 3. Month by month, your baby will master important skills such as the rolling over, sitting upright, crawling, walking, and talking. Every parent wants to know that their baby is developing normally. But it's important to remember that babies grow and develop at different rates and you should avoid comparing your baby to others. 5. Worried the baby is crying too much. It is normal for newborn babies to cry a lot. Crying increases at 2 to 3 weeks and peaks by 6 to 8 weeks. It is more common in the late afternoon and early evening. Why is my baby crying? It's what they do. It's their only means of communication, and if you listen closely, you'll hear them cry differently for different reasons: hungry, sick, cold, wet, lonely, scared. Once you figure out what each cry means, you can quickly soothe your baby. 6. Worried about the poop color. The concern that sparks countless calls to the doctor is poop color. Poop comes in all colors and textures. And it only gets more complicated as your baby gets older and starts eating solid foods. In the beginning, your baby's poop will be black, meconium. Green, transitional, stools come next, followed by yellow, breastfed, or brown, formula-fed, depending on how your baby is fed. The only colors you need to be alarmed about are black, red, or white. 7. Worried about weight gain. Is my baby gaining enough weight? This is every parent's #1 concern, for obvious reasons. Unlike bottle-feeding moms, breastfeeding moms can't measure the amount of milk their babies drink. Frequent feedings, 8 to 12 times in each 24-hour period, ensures that each mother's milk supply matches the needs of her growing baby. Don't you worry about why my baby is not gaining weight. It is not important to have chubby and fat baby. The important is that your baby is active and alert. Your baby is satisfied, your baby breastfeed 8 times a day, your baby poops early and often. 8. Worried about lack of sleep. Sleepless nights are part of parenthood, but you'll be surprised how quickly you adjust. It's true that babies sleep a lot, but they also eat a lot. Some babies sleep most of the time, others wake a lot. For the first few weeks, your baby should be having 8 to 12 feeds in 24 hours. As long as your baby has plenty of wet nappies and mustard color poo, there is unlikely to be a problem. 9. Worried about when to call the doctor? During the first years of your child's life, you will likely encounter bouts of sickness including colds and fevers as well as bumps and bruises. It's hard to know when to call the doctor. If you experience a true emergency, call 911 or go to your nearest emergency room. If your child takes a spill, be alert for signs of concussion. For other illnesses, you'll want to be aware of the risks associated with over-the-counter medications as well as overuse of antibiotics. If your child is under the age of 2, contact his pediatrician for specific dosing guidelines, so the doctor can assist with calculating based on weight. 10. Worried about vaccine safety? Despite ample evidence showing that childhood vaccines prevent disease and save lives, vaccines continue to be a source of controversy. Parents, tasked with making informed decisions, must learn to separate facts from myths. If too many people in a community don't get vaccinated, outbreaks of preventable diseases can occur. That's why the Pediatric Infectious Diseases Society has issued a position statement against vaccine exemption for children. Parents should work with their children's healthcare providers to ensure that, whenever possible, the recommended immunizations are given at the appropriate time. Thank you for watching.